Robert Kiyosaki, Rich Dad Poor Dad. Let's see what he's got to say.
Why is debt tax-free?
Yeah, why is debt tax-free? It's a great question, but they tax you on the repayment. They don't tax you on the drawing. I'm not complaining, but I have thought about that previously.
Because that's how money is created. And so the banks love it. They love people who borrow lots of money.
Yeah, I get it. I think it's a simple concept. I don't agree with everything that he talks about, especially about stocks, but I get it. You borrow money. That's how you get rich. You borrow it at 5%, you invest it and make 10%. That's how you make a margin. And that's what makes the money, that makes the world go around.
So how do I get rich? I borrow money and I buy assets with it.
Completely agree. You borrow money, you buy assets, you create value. It is the only way to go.
The poor person borrows money and buys liabilities like purses, cars, houses, and they get poorer and poorer and poorer.
Yeah, I mean, that's stupid. Borrowing money you don't have to buy things you can't afford to impress people you don't like cars, doesn't make any sense at all.
In 2010, I had borrowed $300 million to buy real estate. That made me rich.
It's impressive to be able to borrow money after the crash. Normally, the people who make money after a crash are people who are already liquid. So unless he was raising it on low gear in unencumbered properties, it's impressive to be able to raise money in a downturn. The reason that you want to be cash rich in a downturn is because nobody else has money, and that's why prices tank. So it's not easy to borrow money after a recession in a down market, which is why it's a down market.
How do you learn to use debt to get rich? Because they tell you to get out of debt. So all I'm saying to you is if a person does not question what they've been taught, they will always be poor.
Yeah, but this is a big difference about debt. People say debt is bad. Debt, unsecured debt that's used to buy liabilities is horrendous. It's toxic. Whereas using debt to buy assets, what we would call asset-backed funding, you're borrowing it and you're buying other assets, there's nothing wrong with that. And most of the millionaires and billionaires in the world, that's how they got rich, by understanding how to invest, borrow cheap, and then make margins high.